Alright, so now I'm going to go over the parts of the anesthetic machine. First, I'm going to start with the oxygen supply. We have tanks chained to the wall. This you'll see, this is a pressure regulator. So that's going to take, the pressure coming out of here is very high, and this is going to make it so that it's not coming out quite as high as what is in here. And then this takes it through the walls into the rest of the hospital to different plugs so that we have oxygen anytime we plug into the wall there. So here's our machine. This is our oxygen inlet plugged into the wall. So that's our oxygen supply. Alright, so this is the oxygen flow meter. This tells you how many milliliters to liters of oxygen you're delivering to the patient. This is your oxygen flush valve. It's going to quickly fill the reservoir bag with just 100% oxygen in order to deliver to the patient. This is your oxygen inlet into the vaporizers. We have two vaporizers on this machine. We have an isoflurane and sevoflurane. In order to control which gas you want to administer, we have a little switch right here that you just switch back. We keep it on default on ISO because that's what we use the most. Come back here. Alright, so here is the gas outlets, and that's where, as the oxygen flows through the vaporizers, picks up the gas, it comes through here. Now, if this is connected, it's going to go into our rebreathing system, which is this right here, and it's going to fill. This is the reservoir bag. The gas is mixed with the oxygen, is going to fill the bag, and that's what you're administering to the patient. This is the pressure valve. This is how you know, like when you bag a patient, how much pressure is actually being, of the gas is going to their lungs. You never ever want to exceed 20 centimeters per water because that could make their lungs explode. This is our tubing, which actually is what connects to the patient. This is the inspiratory valve, so that when the patient inspires, it's a one-way valve. So even though there's two tubes, when they inspire, it's only going to pull from the reservoir bag. It's not going to pull from any other source. And the same thing, this is the exhalation or expiratory valve, so that when they expire, it's not going to go back into the gas, the bag, the reservoir bag. It's going to go into the scavenging system. Our scavenging system, it's first going to come through the CO2 absorber. This is going to absorb most of the CO2 content, and then it's going to come through this. This is a pop-off valve right here that we leave open in general. Even when you close it, basically it's going to shut the system off, and it will develop pressure in your bag. So in general, there are circumstances where you would want to open it, that you would want it closed. When you're giving, not a side, but if you're bagging a patient, you would want this closed, and that way all of the oxygen goes to the patient. Once it comes through here, this is open, so it's allowed to exit. It's going to come through this tubing right here. And then this is our scavenging system. We have it indirect, which is just where we use the Anasorb canisters. And then once they've gained 50 grams of waste, then they get thrown away and we replace them. So I believe that is all the parts of the anesthetic machine. Now I'm going to go over a non-rebreathing system.